With MAGA furious at Donald Trump, he went to the safest of spaces, which is on Fox, to get an interview from a member of his family. Because like Iraq, that's a thing that our media does. They give shows to members of the president's family. So that's Lara Trump. They had a 40-minute conversation. And you're probably wondering, well, what hard-hitting questions did she ask him about Epstein? Yeah, it wasn't really a big topic of conversation, but let's jump into some of what happened.
A lot of people look at what you've done though, and they say, had you not had 4 years in between, maybe all this success would not be possible. Do you agree with that? You asked to have the one big beautiful bill on your desk to sign on July 4th. You got it on America's birthday. The question I think a lot of people have is, when will they actually start to see the positive impact? You seem to have a knack for putting people around you who are successful and make you even more successful. I think this has been sort of a trait of yours your entire life. Why do you think you have this ability? And I feel like it has really been to your benefit. Some people have called you the bodyguard of Western civilization.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that title? This may be a bit of a self-serving question, but how important has family been?
That was embarrassing. I will give her credit. She knows how to make some money and she knows how to suck up to power, because power has never been sucked up to as hard as we just saw in those 40 minutes. And it wasn't just that every word out of her mouth was stupid and vapid and wasting our time, but she didn't address any of the actual reasons you'd want to talk to the president, particularly in this fraught time. That said, she ended the interview with something much more important.
Just to wrap up here. You're talking about people not remembering. I don't think anyone will ever forget President Donald J. Trump. But when history looks back on this time in our country, when history looks back on you, how would you like to be remembered?
A good person, but a person that saved our country. I really believed our country was going down for the fall. I don't know if it ever could have come back. It was very close to the edge. And I really would like to be known as the man that saved our country.
Well, I think you've started off on the right track there.
So far.
That is so utterly embarrassing on both sides that she would agree to it. Like, dude, you don't have a single principle. Like you think that you should be a senator or a journalist or whatever. That was, I don't know. You're not qualified for any position. But for him to be asked the question, what do you want to be remembered as? I want to be, not much. Just the person who saved our goddamn country. Jesus Christ, man. How does anyone, JR, not see through this BS? Either his BS or her BS or the combined BS as they were smearing on each other during that entire thing. God, what do you think?
Please, there's a whole bad picture in my head as soon as you said that they were smearing on each other. But this is all on the up and up, John. You remember that time that Joe Biden had his daughter-in-law interview him because she got a job at a network? And the network decided to hire and have her exclusive interview with Joe Biden in the middle of as many of the bad news cycles as he could get his hands on. Remember when his daughter then completely diverted and avoided the fact that the dude was getting old and couldn't speak? Remember all that stuff? No, but they would have been all over it. Matter of fact, there's a 75% chance if you go to Fox News right now, there's gonna be a headline somewhere about Biden's cognitive abilities. Just saying, but they can allow to have this guy have this kind of interview where then that was the best question. I'm so glad you got to that. How do you want to be remembered? Do we think he's gonna say he's gonna want to be remembered as the worst president in history, and the guy that tried to dismantle the entire democracy before there was warring zones in the streets, the guy that implemented military presence in the cities in Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, anywhere else he may not like anyone. The guy who said he's gonna take over New York if Zoran Mamdani wins, he's gonna be that guy. Let's just point out all the things that he's done as he's saying he wants to save the country, because it's BS.
Yeah. By the way, I went to Fox News and it's not their top headline, but their third headline is Biden's chief of staff reportedly approved auto pen pardons in final days. So that's a
You're lying, John Iadarola.
Nope, it's the third thing. Also, I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling, and I have to apologize to our audience. We led with the Epstein thing and Donald Trump's True Social message because we thought that was important news, but according to Fox News, it's not even worth mentioning. It's not a topic. Donald Trump facing an open rebellion from his base isn't news for a right-wing news site. So look, to be clear, if you're a MAGA person, and you're starting to feel like, hey, am I being lied to? Just understand, if you think there's a cover up, Fox News is participating in the cover up because they are trying, like with Lara Trump. Oh, Trump doesn't want us to talk about this? Yes, sir. Of course, sir. No, we're not gonna talk about this, sir. All that stuff that we said for years about Epstein, I don't care about that. What name so? It doesn't look like anything to me, sir. And so the cover up is broad, okay? And I hope that you come out of this remembering who lied to you.